Last week on Ladies First.
Tell us, tell us. Now that you clarified that you don't have four girlfriends, okay? Um, are most women, modern women, 2025, satisfied with one man, or they crave multiple men, just like men say they do?
I believe things have changed. So these days, I'm sure you would have. I have actually met women that prefer to have multiple partners. So
Mm.
I'll go with that.
Do you think most women will not are not satisfied just with one person?
I can't say specifically because I do not know the statistics. I mean, I've not done that survey, I've not done that research, but I know that I have met, a handful of women that
Mhm.
prefer to be with multiple partners. So I would say a lot, but I can't say most.
Mm. Uh, and do you disagree?
Um, yeah, I think I disagree. I think women are choosing multiple men in modern society because that's just how you leverage yourself in the current dating market. But if we had a choice, we would want to just stick with one. It's easier. It's I think it's safer actually. Um, but I think most women, because of the current dating market, because it's so oversaturated with easy access to sex, I think women realize you should probably keep maybe three, four around just in case, because you don't want to get too attached to one person. Um, um, for multiple reasons, but I think at our core, we would prefer to be with one person and to spend the rest of our life with him. It's not only what we've been socialized to think, I think biologically speaking, it's safer to be with one person.
Sexually?
Yeah, I
For
think so.
40 years? Forever, ever? Forever, ever?
Forever? Well, I could be wrong. Like, I mean, I the women on the panel, you guys have dated before. A lot of you guys are committed in long-term relationships. Were you guys dating multiple people and then you chose the one, or was it just um I found him, I stuck with him, and I'm happy with him? Because I think
Mm.
for me, I would definitely prefer to just be with my person and rock it out.
Have you ever dated two men at the same time, man?
Yes. Wait. Hold on, let me rephrase.
Wait, you said
When
yes?
I was with
I guess you did the rephrase again. That's crazy.
because dating implies like I was sleeping with them, and that was it. Like two men were interested. Not the music. Two men were interested in me at the same time. Sure, yeah,
So it's
but I
all
wasn't sleeping with them. I
um,
wasn't
so what were you doing with them other than the schmecks? TikTok language.
talking, hanging out.
Were you cooking for both of them, cleaning for both of them?
No,
Uh,
no, just one. The one I liked the most. The one I
so
liked the most.
why did the other exist? Why did you add the other one then?
I guess for, if I could be completely honest, for security purposes, like sometimes when the one I liked the most wasn't available, instead of blowing up his phone, I would just text the other person.
Hmm. Uh, Miss Reese,
Oh, well, that's
do,
Yes.
before you answer the first question, do women know who is next? Do they have a replacement on deck? Because we've been hearing some rumors that women usually two things they usually develop during relationships. One is trying to get stash money just in case, and a man on the old like he's not on the chamber, but he's on the holster. You see what I'm saying? Just in case the some emergency. Do you think most women, if that's the case for most women, or you believe that we are just hearing rumors? There's not most women at all.
I think it depends on the girl and the situation.
But majority,
Um, if it's like a new relationship, of course they're gonna have people on the bench.
3 years.
Still not enough time.
Majority always like ladies. We're kind of
I
taking
would
advantage.
say, I would say going in 5 years would have on both ends the roster cleared.
5 years?
So so woman.
Especially if the relationship is going well, because it takes time to get to know a person and what they're about, especially if you're serious and you're talking about forever and longevity. There are some people that still believe in true love, and there are some people that I'm going to behave like my counterpart. If you want to, it's chess, not checkers.
So woman that are on 10-year relationships don't know who next. They don't have an idea of, if I hit the market again and I become free agent, I know the LA Lakers are going to pick me up because the coach always like me. That coach, every time I go to LA, he gives me the, hey bro, thank you. Hey, thank you very much to see you, bro. Hey, always an honor. I appreciate you being here. Hey, that pamphlet that you gave was awesome. And hey, if one day, like, women don't know what team they're going to play next. You like most
No,
women.
no. And here's
Hmm.
why, because men are easy to acquire.
Period.
So if they're easy to
Oh,
acquire,
his
you
face is
probably should
crazy.
know. So you probably know.
No, you don't. You don't know who's next. And if you have given someone a decade or over a decade of your life, that's a long time. You're not
Mhm.
looking to break up. You're not looking at rough waters. You're looking at for forever. So that person that you're with is your person. You don't have someone lined up. And if you really care about that person, and you're not going to have someone to even disrespect the person that you're with, to have a roster or someone that you have on the sideline. Because why would you be giving someone else your attention? Why would you even be feeling or giving someone the idea that you're even available at that point? That would disrespect the man that you're with
Yeah, we know, but
after such a longevity of time. So I don't believe that a woman would have someone lined up. Men are easy to acquire. No, she didn't change her type, or if she's still attractive and she took care of herself, yeah, she's gonna go out and she could pick up a man easily.
Yep.
do you think we should keep our male and female the friends of the opposite sex once you get in a relationship?
It depends on the male and female relationship.
No, no, that is they are friends,
Like
right?
I'm talking about the friendship, depending
They
on the
stay
friendship.
just
If
a
it was
friend.
strictly,
Yes,
strictly friendship,
I'm your
nothing.
best friend.
Yeah, you can't pick and choose somebody who's been there for someone, or just because you come into the picture, get to know that friend.
That's
Wait,
interesting.
so
But if you see if that friend is attracted to you,
Mm.
or
Uh-oh.
if there's some
Uh-oh.
attraction
Uh-oh.
there,
Uh-oh. Wait.
oh,
if
Wait,
there's
wait. Whoa, whoa,
attraction
whoa.
there,
A friend that is sexually attracted to you? What? I thought y'all didn't know what I thought y'all did, like, who y'all know, and wait, let me say something. Who y'all know as soon as you take those Instagram pictures of the wedding of y'all in Hawaii, like holding each other, and you make that critical post on IG stories. "Uh, Better alone than in company,"
Oh
right?
yeah.
Can everybody like the sneak? I'm already back in the market. Dude, y'all don't know who is going to jump on that immediately. Y'all don't have idea.
you said right after the wedding, right
Like
after the
no,
gown.
no, 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 no. Like, so this there's this critical moment in a man's orniness where one day he's going to go ahead and he's going to your profile. You are either his crush or be he been looking in, like, in the corner, seeing what's added there, and he said, "Oh damn, what is Jonathan pictures? Oh shit." And he scrolls down, and there's not wedding pictures, there's not the vacation pictures. Are unique. There's no nothing. And you're like, damn, I think they broke up. Johnny's not there anymore, right? And once again, like, y'all don't know the men that are going to jump on y'all DMs as soon as y'all are kind of free and available.
Well, that's what I think men need to understand, that sometimes keeping your man out of the public eye is not for the men. It might be for another female looking to find what you have.
Mm.
It's not always that you want to have your man or your life. It depends on the privacy of a person. I'm a very private person. I think that just gets to like a cat and mouse game. If you like that kind of aesthetic on your Instagram, now it's all about aesthetics and what I want to prove to the world. Like, this is a happy marriage. This is what this looks like. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So, personally, I can look at a person's Instagram and look at it and see what type of aesthetic that they want, but not necessarily base it on if they're single or taken
Damn, that's
or
crazy.
thinking that I have a chance.
I Miss Reese, I see what you're doing. I see, I see what you're doing, Miss Reese, and thank you very much, Mister Todd Davies, for the $5 no message, just love. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. So let me go to Mr. Ali, and then I'll go down under to Mr. Unique and Toy. For most women, one man is enough.
No, nobody's enough.
Mm.
The main thing is they don't really like men. And they don't necessarily even like to live with men. And they don't like when men give them responsibilities. I truly believe when a lot of women
Why? What? It's unlike, man? What do you mean by
not
that?
like what they really want. A lot of these women really want is for men to provide them services without having to give them anything in return. And it's why a lot of y'all have demands, but no men. So once a man asks for respect and for a woman to bring something to the table, she says she is the table. So if you don't make her feel good and just get out of her way, it becomes complicated. So don't complicate things by asking her to actually care about you and love you. Simple as that.
Damn, y'all going to take that?
You sound
Because
jaded.
Yeah, y'all
no,
going to take? Y'all going to take that?
You better get him back. You better go down there and get him back.
This
so
man
so
said.
You
This man
sound you
said,
sound you
woman
sound
don't even
jaded.
like
so
men. He
so
said
But you
they
can't.
don't like men. Nobody's going to take that.
No,
That's
you
crazy.
guys, that's his perspective, and he's
so
entitled to that.
so so my D might be tired, yes, but I'm never tired mentally. But let me ask you this, Reese. You said that men are easy, and men are easy to please as well too. So with the
I
C
didn't say they
sisters
were
agree?
easy. I said they were easy to acquire.
Ooh,
Would that make them
bars.
easy?
No, I said they're easy to acquire. What does easy mean to you? What's your definition of
No, no,
easy?
you said it. I'm trying. So if
I
they're easy,
said easy to acquire. Finish the phrase.
what
Easy
does that
to
mean?
acquire.
What does that mean?
That
Tomato,
you can
tomato,
that
whatever you want to
if
say.
you are attractive. However, it could be, a girl can go out. Any woman knows when she puts on whatever she needs to put on. If every woman has an ability to attract the male, that's a natural species type of
Oh,
thing.
okay. I was
So
confused. I was confused.
men
That's my
are
bad.
easily to
That's my
acquire
bad.
when you go
So,
out, as he was saying.
um,
That is very easy.
so y'all can get men, y'all just can't get them to do what y'all want. Y'all don't have those options, right?
Who says that women aren't getting men to do what they want? And that depends. Like, a man is going to do what a man is going to do. You can't, I wouldn't want a man to tell me how to be a woman,
No, I
and
just
you
asked
can't
you.
tell a man how to be a man. So, what is your definition of telling a man what to do?
No, you said men are easy to get, but you just can't get them to do what you want them to do, right?
I didn't say that.
So y'all have options.
No, 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 no.
No,
You're
no
trying to
option.
twist words.
I'm not trying to twist
There's
anything.
nothing with twisting words when you can go out and say if a man is easy to acquire as opposed to getting him to do what you want him to do. Those are two different
So
things.
can you get a man to do what you want or you can't?
I have a question.
No, no, don't question
What
yet.
does that
Hold
mean
on,
when
Miss,
you're
Miss, we
telling
gotta,
a man
I
to
gotta
do?
get, I gotta get my sister to commit to something because I'm still confused. Can you get brothers to do what you want them to do or you can't?
I'm a married woman and I've been happily married for a very long time.
How long
So,
you
but
been?
I
How
don't
long?
tell a man 12 years.
12 years, right? So you can get a man to do what you want.
I don't tell my husband what to do. We have conversations.
Man, that's not what I asked.
You're trying to confuse language.
I'm confusing you.
How are you telling a man what to do? Do you tell people what to do? What are you trying to get a person to do?
I never said that. You said men are easy, ma'am. That's what you
I
said,
said
right?
men are easy to acquire.
What does that mean?
I just said that.
No, you did. What
And
does
you
that
just
mean?
said, I fully understand what you're saying.
If you're okay, so if it's easy to get a man, it means you can keep them, right? You can get men, right? Can you keep them?
Yes, you can keep a
So
man.
most
Yeah,
women can
red
keep a man.
lipstick.
Yes, a woman
So
can
why
keep a man. Where are you
so why
going
they
with
can't
this?
so why they can't keep them?
I'm keeping mine. So what are you
Not
No,
every
saying?
no,
man.
no, not
Not every
you,
man
not
is
you.
keepable. You don't want to keep every man.
Damn, nothing
Not
even.
every
You
man.
don't you can't, there's not a problem. So you're saying you are implying that women can't keep men. And what are your reasons that you feel like a woman can't keep a man?
You either leave them or you don't stay with them. Y'all never stay with y'all don't stay, you don't stay loyal to the guy and you always leave.
No.
Most women don't stay with the man.
Mm-mm.
Well, that has
I,
nothing to do with what you're saying. Now you're talking about loyalty. What are the other options in the relationship? What happened? A person's not going to stay with someone who's a psychopath or who's abusive or
Right.
who they don't match. You have the option to
And you
say
should.
that I don't want to be with you, regardless of if they were nice to you or mean to you or whoever. There could be a number of reasons of why you don't want to be with a person, but no person, no man nor woman is entitled to stay with someone, or they're having to say that I'm going to stay in this relationship. If you want to leave somewhere, you can leave.
no one's
That has nothing to do with loyalty nor keeping a man or a person. So, as I said, what do you feel like your reasons are that a woman can't keep a man?
Mm.
you don't
Because a
stay with them.
person can be kept if they want to.
If they
Are you
want
gonna
to.
let me finish? I'm trying to let you get all your points out. But you keep saying I'm not saying what you're saying, but you saying what you're saying, and I'm saying what you're saying. But then you say you're not saying what you're saying when you said what you said. So
Damn,
which
that's a
point
lot
are
of
you
words.
trying to make?
It's a lot of words, sir.
If you can get us and we're easy to get, but you can't keep us, can you truly get the man that you desire? Or you get the man that you desire, or you try to control them? What is the main issue in our, especially in our community? 70% of our sisters are unmarried. Is it because they're trying to control the man, or they're doing exactly what the brother is asking?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So again, you're saying that a woman can't keep a man because she wants control over the man, or a
I,
man can't be kept. So you
I,
can look at the statistic of who wants to be married or who doesn't want to be married or anything like that. What's wrong with our sisters? That's what you said. Why can't they keep a man?
mhm,
And I see you're asking, are they trying to control the man? Or are they
mhm.
trying to do this? I can't speak for another woman.
You
I
just was
can't
speaking for
speak
women.
for, I spoke for Jatana.
I would say
I can't that you can't say what's going to go into a relationship to who is going to be kept or not. That's what I'm saying. It's not that this person is saying that I can't keep a man or I don't want to be kept, or this woman is trying to control a man or anything like that. That to me is, that's two unhealthy people trying to say and trying to be in a relationship. There's a
Mhm.
lot of things that has to go into work on both ends to be kept in a relationship from either man or woman.
So
So
how
you
can you
can't
speak
say,
on?
how come sisters can't keep a man? How come brothers can't keep a woman? It's not about that.
You
Can you
actually,
keep
Cam,
yourself?
you're actually not making sense because you're saying that you can't
You're
speak for
not.
other. You said you can't speak for other women, which means you can only speak for yourself. If you don't know why we can't stay together and someone's not getting what they want, and you say you can't speak for women, then you actually can't speak on nothing but yourself. So only the other sisters can if they know what's happening. You can't no longer speak for it because you don't know what's happening.
You can't quiet my voice because I'm saying that I can't speak
No,
on
you said
none
that.
of these other women. You can't speak on men. You can only speak on you. And other these other women can only speak on their own experiences.
That's
They
not true.
can't say, they can speak on their own experiences.
Right.
let
And you like to light a flame. I see, I see you like to light a flame and you argue and you're going back and forth and you're twisting words and you're doing things like that. Because not once did you ever make sense or go back onto what you were saying. And it was going into, how can a man be kept or a woman be kept, or is this woman going to control her? To me, that relates that you're implying that black women, sisters, white women, or whatever, the demographic that is not married.
But you
Let's
don't
pull up
know.
some statistics
You don't
of those
know.
who are married.
You said you don't
I'm
know.
married. I didn't
You
say I
just
don't know.
you did. You said you don't.
I'm
You said
married, and the man that I have has been kept.
Period. Clock it.
period. She just said she
Has
thinks he's
been
a better
kept.
Experience.
woman.
Has
Hold
been
on, hold
Hey,
kept.
on, hold
unique, you
He's
on.
can,
not
unique.
controlled. I
Am,
don't tell him what to do. I
Why?
am happy. He takes care of his responsibilities and all of that.
so
And there's
so
no arguing. There's no me telling him what to do. I don't
He do it
control
because he
my man.
want
I
to.
wasn't even
He does
raised
it
that
because
way.
he want
so
to.
wait,
He
one
want to stay in
second,
that marriage.
He wants to be here. And
Right.
that's the
one
point.
second, one
She
second.
left the building.
One second. We don't do under talking over here, okay? So please don't start with the period and all the thing. I'm not going to play the video. Actually, I'm going to play the video. I'm petty like that. Let me actually ask you a question, Miss Reese, so Unique and Toy can go ahead and pick up the microphone. Miss Reese, what do you do for your husband that makes him want just you and not you, Keisha, Alicia, Annabella, Patricia, and all the DMX song? Like, what do you think? Because you were not talking in generalities, so I think it's kind of fair. Like, what do you think that makes him say, "This is what I need. I don't need to go ahead and put the end on the cookie jar, and then you go back to Unique and Toy."
How do I? Okay. I would say that when you are in a relationship of what I've learned, like the dynamics of my marriage was earned over time.
Mhm.
It wasn't something that I just knew overnight on how to be a woman for him or how for him to be a man for me because I grew up, I have my own mind, my own thinkings, my own person, and so is he. So I think in a sense that you have to learn to, I don't want to control my man. I just want to accept him for who he is and what he does for me as a man and how he wants to take care of me, how
I'm
he sees me as a
I'm
woman.
sorry to interrupt you, but you are. I ask you, how do you keep him to wanting you just you, and you flip
Let
it
me
the
let me
right?
get there. Let me get there.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, as I've learned him over time, how I feel like that when you have a man, like there's different dynamics in a relationship. You just don't know a person, and you can't just say, I'm going to fit together for you in this little bitty cookie box. There's a relationship and there's a dynamic of what you feel like a person's love language is, what they feel like is respect or disrespect. So, I guess just learning him, learning to, um, when he acts like, when he asks, when we are having a conversation to say, I don't like when you like, let's just stop it right there. Don't continue to go on because sometimes women can be preacher. You want to get your point across or you want to do this. I guess is learning what he does and what he doesn't like in the relationship. I'm smart. I have business things like that as far as what he's looking for going to I'm not smarter, not saying that I have intelligence over above anyone else, but what he has on his plate, what he is doing, what he is in his world, how can I help him, how can I be a partner to him? Also his nourishment with his body, what does he need to go on a day-to-day basis? Do I provide that? Do I know how to do that on a physical, spiritual, and mental level? It's just learning your partner. And I feel like as what I've grown, that I have learned him to where he doesn't want another woman, to where he looks at me and he chooses me. And until he
Uh-huh.
chooses me, that's going to be that way. But um you can always get into a bigger relationship and there might be somebody out there that is better than you on both realms, but it's just that person choosing you. And why they choose you, you just continue to be that person that they choose.
Uh, and by the way, hey friends, there's 200 people watching, 61 likes. Come on, man. They'll trip you. Unique and Toy, you want to say anything about what was talked before? Because you waited patiently, and if not, do you want to address the question: is one man enough for most modern woman? Go ahead, Unique, and then Toy.
No, I'll let Toy go first. Go ahead, Toy.
Thank you, Unique. I think if most women are honest with themselves, yes, one man is enough. Um, Women tend to want a lot of things that they don't earn. So in their minds, yeah, they feel like they may need a lot of men, but I think one man is enough.
For most women,
I mean, if they, yeah, if they really looked at what they bring to the table, yeah, one man is enough.
what does that mean, Ty?
Absolutely. What does that mean? Women have unrealistic expectations for the men that they choose, that they don't hold themselves, the standard that they don't hold themselves to. So
Mhm.
that's what I mean.
So if the standards are realistic, one man is enough.
If their standards are realistic, absolutely one man is enough.
Okay.
Hmm.
Unique.
Yeah, I think the quality of man, if he's a good quality man, right, then of course he'll be enough.
Mm. So I think y'all just. I think there's a lie. I think men and women are both not monogamous by nature. They are here on this planet to procreate, and the lust that they feel is their animalistic instinct, is like the dog on heat, is like whatever, like we are just logical animals. I believe that as soon as you stay long enough with a partner, you are going to start to have the wandering eye. Your coochie is going to start to itch every time the a work husband pulls up and makes you laugh and all that, and most people just don't want to admit it, because every time a man says I want multiple women, the first thing the woman usually says is, so I'm going to have multiple boyfriends, right? As soon as we kind of put the woman on the spot and we say we want multiple men, the woman always say, so I want multiple boyfriends. So if you didn't want multiple men, why are you asking for multiple boyfriends now?
Because we
It's
are
because you always
replaceable
wanted.
men.
You just find an excuse to actually say what you say. You know, and I know where
We are
most women actually lie, when they break up with their boyfriend, when they go on their little whole phase because they were stuck. Toy, stop fighting your phone. God damn it. Toy is just going to that Scooby Dooby
Mute
Doo
me.
house.
Okay, I'm mute. I'm gonna mute.
No, don't worry, I'm muting. Toy is on the Scooby Dooby Doo house. He's trying to find ghosts. Here we go. So this is how actually I know the predisposition of a woman is. I get in my feelings. I broke up with my boyfriend, so now I'm going to go, instead of crying on the couch and sleeping again does. I'm going to get that lingerie that the guy that was waiting for me to be single likes, and I'm going to give it away. And this happens for most women on the West. I think that's the clear representation of what a woman is, because I am the clear representation of who I am when things go left. Do I eat my woman when the Lakers lose? Do I get unavailable when I'm mad at her? Do I stop paying the bills, trying to punish her every time she, like, this is who we are. We are like, the true measurement of who we are is when we don't get things our way. How are we? Are we people that choose peace, or are we people that choose war and choose to actually show our fangs to the person that doesn't do nothing to us, not do nothing to us, but doesn't do what we want? So respectfully, if women every time they go to a outbreak, every time they are feeling stressed, every time they are feeling uh, they don't have validation or attention enough, they are resorting to medicating themselves with sex from multiple men, right? I believe once again that women are not monogamous. Period. Stella, why am I wrong?
So
And I see unique too. You can reply if you want to. And to you too. Okay, I got you.
I
The three
wanted
of
to
you.
say, something. When you said your nature, your typical nature actually comes out when you have an issue with your boyfriend. You want to go all out and do whatever you want.
Hmm.
I would like to say that, I mean, it would be wrong, or it would be unfair to say that that is your typical nature, because whatever you do at that time is a reaction to what has happened to you. You are doing that out of, anger. There's a lot of emotion involved. So we cannot say that is your typical nature.
Are women emotional by nature?
Yes, we are emotional.
So there's our typical nature. If there's enough a lot of emotion involved, that's the natural state of woman.
We
Is
can't
being
we,
emotional.
we can't say that is your natural state. I
You
believe it would
literally
be unfair. It would be unfaar to say that is your natural nature. Okay, now
step.
how many times do you have to go through such emotions? How many times do you have to go through such a breakup? And
Yeah, y'all do
let
it.
me also add,
Mhm.
that whenever you find yourself doing stuff like that,
Yes.
we have a few other ladies here. You have that experience. Yeah, at that moment, you feel like, oh, yes, I'm going to do whatever it is I want to do. But after it all, there's a feeling that comes over you. How do you feel? You feel bad. You feel wasted. You feel empty.
She'll do
So
it.
we cannot.
She'll do it. Y'all will experience 1,000 periods and still be mad and lash out to a person on the 1,001. Don't learn. Y'all will have 4 kids, still go to postpartum depression, still have to deal with, oh my God, I feel ugly and insecure.
I
Don't.
think that is different.
It's going to happen. There's woman's. There's how women are. A woman is not doesn't come in and says, I'm now that I'm 30 years on this planet, I suppress my emotions. Most women will never suppress their emotions until the end of their life. As soon as they don't get their way or somebody triggers their emotional status, they will lose it. And if they will lose it, they will lose it for anger, they will lose it for sadness, they will lose it. Like they'll become dysregulated. How is that not woman for the most part?
That is different because when you do whatever it is that you want to do,
Mhm.
the feeling is overwhelming and there are consequences. Now when you say something happens to you and as a woman you become emotional and you do stuff that you're not supposed to do, I mean you can do that a number of times without feeling bad or without having to suffer repercussions. But in this case, when you
Hmm.
go out and you have one night stands, I mean, there are so many things that can happen. You can catch a disease, you can get
It's
pregnant.
irrelevant.
Do you understand? Yeah. So, I mean,
That's irrelevant.
it's
Woman.
not the same.
How is
You
that
can't have
relevant?
this.
No, but how is that relevant, right? I know what the consequences that they can happen when you go out and you. Women like sex, men like sex. Women don't like condoms, men don't like condoms. Women like to do dirty things, men like to do dirty things. The only difference is with who you do it. Some people only do it with one person. Some people just like the feeling of Christmas again. Let me go and unwrap the box and see what is here. Like they like the experience. They like the carting. They like the butterflies. They like the chase. They like the it's always brand new type of feeling. So I just like Miss Reese said, if men are easy and I can have 27 of them and now nobody knows because there's not village anymore. So I can Uber out to the next city, Uber to the next school, Uber to the next job, do what I need to do and nobody knows about it. Knowing that women are heavily emotional and a lot of decisions they make are based on their emotional spirit. Who is telling me that this woman at 3 a.m. in the morning they are not feeling down, and then once again instead of picking up the egg and dust and crying in the car because they're feeling sad or something like that, they actually picking something a little bit longer and sticking on their hair.
I mean, you
What
can
stops
speak
it?
for
I feel
men.
like you're speaking from the perspective of a male because
A man.
that's
I'm
what men
not a
do.
woman.
That was the point, and
Women,
women do
we
it too.
don't, when we cry and we get upset, that's not our first inkling to leave our man. Our feelings are hurt or something, but it takes a long, 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 long time. If that's the thing that you're saying that a woman is going to step out,
That's
once she
not what I
steps
said.
out, she's gone.
No, that's not what I
But you're
said.
saying that once a woman is emotional, what were you saying then? Her emotions is going to
What
drive her
I
to
said is
cheat?
that women are emotional by nature. The best
Hmm.
way for them to suppress that urge is to actually have somebody to suppress the urge with. But either when they are single or when they are on a situation where they are not in a relationship, they already have the replacement. They already have somebody to scratch their itch. They already have somebody to make them happy. This is why women actually, like you said, end relationship 6 months before the relationship end because they're already either another person or they're already looking for other person. Like we have in mass women that are never single. They have a boyfriend, they break up with the boyfriend. 2 weeks later, is a new boyfriend. The new boyfriend didn't show up on the second week. He was there for the last 2 months. It was just not official. It happened with Tom Brady. It happened with Cardi B. Like this is not. I was using celebrities because it's something that you guys can see, but this is the regular woman usually use men like jobs. They never leave one before they have the under the lockdown. They're not like a man, right? I'm leaving this, and they will get the job. They will go look for another job, and as soon as they don't have the job, hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for the 6 years, but I got a better offer on this side, and they do it. be on a situation where they just leave the man and now they get stranded and now they are on the street trying to get a ride. Like, is that fair, Reese? And you can pick it up.
So you're saying that the man is just being left lonely, like he doesn't have a
No,
lineup
no, no,
to.
no. The man fucking other woman has nothing to do with his happiness level. A man can be as happy as a man can be the happiest man in the world, and he's like the ooh squirrel, ooh bird, ooh pussy, ooh ass, ooh titties. This is man, right? A man can be very happy in his relationship and very satisfied, and he will always have the wandering eye if he sees something that he likes. I believe that women have it too. Women just liars. They just lie about everything. They
But
will
like
never
you
lie about
said,
actually seeing the personal trainer, right? They will never tell you that the only reason why they go to the gym is because the only thing that makes them feel alive and feel happy is that personal trainer that eats on them on those 2 hours when they are on the stairmaster. They will never
but
tell you, they will never cheat on you. But I've been on a gym, married woman, they go there with their husband, and all of a sudden, as soon as the husband gets on the car and leaves, now this woman is extra friendly. She's touching on people's arms and all that. Do you think she's going to tell us that she's wondering and actually craving other men and that's the best moment of her day because she's bored? She will never tell you that. Ever, 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 ever. You have to
there
ask her
are
on her job.
there are those women out there, but I don't believe that's most women.
Do you think
I
if
don't
I
believe that's most women because, like you said, men are sexual creatures, women are emotional creatures. We will think with our emotions. We're not going to go out and looking for sex right off the bat or looking at men are just like, oh, there's a girl, there's a bird, there's a plane. I'm going to do that. And there's no emotions tied to it. And he can still love his girl
what
and be
is lust?
happy.
Is lust an emotion? If
Mm,
women are emotional creatures and they act on their emotions, is lust an emotion? When a woman feels lust for a man, the butterflies in their belly, the
but
I
I
want
don't
to bite
believe
him.
every
That's an
person, I don't
emotion.
believe every person is lustful though.
Nothing is everything. Nothing is all. We're talking majorities. That I believe that in a
Because too
hundred.
much of anything is not good for anyone, right?
I believe even water. If you drink too much water, you're going to die of water poisoning, right? But I
Yes.
believe that in 100 men, right?
Hmm.
There's 10 men that are going to be faithful for whatever reason, afraid of getting caught. They can afford a mortgage by themselves. They have
Hmm.
kids. They're religious. But the other 90 men, if they have the opportunity to do it without getting caught, they will definitely do it. I truly believe in that, right? So the
Hmm.
same way I'm able to make generalities about men, I'm able to make generalities about women. You know, who actually knows woman behavior? Their coworkers. You don't know who your wife is. I do. I'm on the shopping mall every day. Every time they go outside and they go to smoke and what they're talking about their friends and all that. You don't know your woman. Your woman doesn't tell you nothing. I know her.
That's the same
The
as a
side,
man. That's
absolutely,
both sides of the coin.
absolutely. But we are liars. We are telling that we are liars. Are y'all liars?
Women,
Yeah,
when we as women, when we congregate,
Yes.
that is not what we're talking about.
You're talking about sizes, how you want
That
that
is
size.
not,
If you
we
would like
aren't
this,
talking
how you would like
about,
this.
we
Yes,
aren't
this is
talking
absolutely
about spices, but we aren't talking about cheating on our man either.
I've gotten women to see how terrible they are as friends, as relationship partners. Women are terrible relationship partners.
Catch the full video only on YouTube.